Regardless of the industry you work in or whatever your interests are, you'd almost certainly have heard about the importance of data. Data is king in today's world, and many economists believe it is a driver for growth and change. With the numerous platforms and sources like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, IoT, sensors, mobile communications, and the likes, humongous amounts of data are generated every second. But the question is, what do we do with them? How do we use them to solve problems? A lot of individuals and organizations have a lot of data but do not know how to process them to gain value, and so they outsource this responsibility to experts in some agencies to convert the data into insights. However, if followed correctly, data can be used to solve problems like mapping crime, disaster management, predictions, and so on. But inasmuch as having data helps make better and informed decisions, organizations need to be cautious when collecting users' data and sharing it with third parties.
For every business organization, both public and private, data should be a very important part of growing their business in terms of sales and also customer acquisition. For instance, a business owner goes to work every day, sells a product, and at the end of the day says, how much have I sold? What data analytics have done in this case is the fact that it tries to help you understand what exactly to sell in terms of if you know your customer age range or who comes to your store in terms of gender, you will get to know what exactly to stock up and make money from that. So I believe that data is key in every decision making that you get to do as a business owner.
I've often heard the phrase that data is the new gold or the new oil. Why is it so?
In everything you do is data. Without you actually understanding or knowing it, even the color of clothes that you wore today is data. Why? Because probably they say blue is more for male than female. That's data acquisition right there, because there's a notion that blue, and how did they get to know that blue is for male and pink is for female, right? It's because of the data that they have accumulated over time of what people actually like. I feel that data is the new gold, because getting to understand what, in terms of public, private, business owner, human beings, one step, knowing what you really need to do in terms of acquisition, I think you are one step closer to your goal.
How important would you say data is to both public and private organizations?
Understanding your products, understanding your customers. Public sector, yes, you need data to grow. You need data to understand what exactly is important. Private sector, the same thing. In terms of business, you need to know your customers and you need to know your products, what you are selling. It's not just more about having an idea. It's beyond that. Having an idea, oh, I have this idea, I want to sell this, that's it. What we have learned over time is that you have to do some sort of survey. You need to understand what exactly the people want. How do you do it? You have to accumulate and acquire data for that to happen. So doing these surveys and understanding customer awareness, product, economy, this helps in, making sure that you grow.
For small businesses, what are some of the data management tips that you can share with them today?
For small business owners, I will always take myself as a small business owner, because we are more interested in making sales. But most times we don't even want to understand the tools to acquire, retain, monitor, and understand customers. We buy different sort of tools in the market stating, oh, this can do this for me, this can manage my sales, this can do this. But we never really understand that having a tool that can understand and interpret in simple language what you need exactly to run your business is very key. Data analytics is today, it's no more the new tomorrow, it's the new today. I think that every SME should, latch on to, using data to grow their business.
So can you be specific? What problems are you trying to solve?
Wow. I feel that we're solving so many issues that we've not, a lot of business owners complain about, but it's not really out there. One of the biggest issues that SMEs find themselves having today is theft management. You cannot run a successful business without without somebody wanting to play a fast one on you. Everybody wants to eat from a cake that they don't even understand how you got there. So we've been able to manage their systems through using the POS machine. Very simple. We record card and cash transactions. So for every time a customer comes to your store and buys something, you get your cash receipts and you also get your card receipts. And then it is shown to you very simple, so you can know that at the end of the day, I'm expecting 10,000 naira, for instance. So there's no, oh, why is my money not complete? What are we discussing in terms of who came here, who did not come here? So we have been able to, process all this data and show it to people very, very simple.
Share with us some of the challenges that you have been facing in trying to grow your startup.
Sensitization, people trying to understand what it is. Sometimes you go to places, they say, oh, tech people, they've come again. And but I don't even have a tech background. I have a business background. And I've been able to understand that for you to grow, you need technology. You cannot do it the way we used to do it in the old days. Why? Because we are evolving. People are not good with change. They are used to what they are used to. So most times you have to understand that putting technology to grow a business is very, very important, and also understanding the products. So sensitization comes in, understanding that you have to be patient enough to actually allow the system work for you, because it involves accumulation of data of people both coming in and going out for a period of time. So, we've been able to see that as a lot of, challenges that we faced along the road. And also, people are scared of what they don't know. So you have to come back and assure them and explain to them and tell them, okay, this is what we're doing. We've done it for this person, we've done it for that person, and it's working. So over time we've been able to see this, and as we just have to build that trust in the fact that technology can be good and technology can also be bad. So we stand with technology can be good, and that's where we are moving towards. That technology is a good thing.
As we wind down the show today, what do you think is the importance of running a data-driven organization?
For data, it's a learning process, everyday learning. And for me, personally, it's exciting because there are certain things that I never really looked at or knew while starting up. One of the reasons that we started this business in the first place is to actually help businesses another way, to grow as fast and as much as they can. So setting up a data organization, we need a lot of acquired skills, people that really understand what they're doing, so that we can train more people, to get into the business of data, and also let them train other people to spread the positive word, for instance, saying that technology no be bad, Do you understand? Let us use it to grow ourselves, our future, and our economy.
Madonna, it's been great chatting with you. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All the very best. As you have heard from Madonna, data is the new gold, and it's important we take it seriously. Now look around you today. Most of the top companies offer you services in exchange for your data, which they sell to advertisers. Now, talking about the power of data, imagine a state governor who decides to build the next road based on data from his people. Now, the possibilities are endless when it comes to applying data in our daily existence. This is where we draw the curtains on this edition of the show. We are Tech Trends TV on social media. Now, remember, this edition and others can be seen on the Channels TV YouTube account or via cfablog.ng. For Tech Trends, I'm Chukwemeka Agbata.